So I had a question
Yeah.
that which is kind of funny because we're already kind of talking about it, was how do you camp? Or I feel like whenever I play people and I get the lead, I like don't know how to play campy, I guess. I try really hard to be patient, let them do like bad options and then like punish them for that, but I feel like I either end up just getting hit or like they end up just skidding me. Like I end up playing like maybe too safe, I guess, like waiting too long in shield, they'll get a grab and whatever. I like don't know how to like play campy, I guess, in lack of a better word.
So
how do you play lame? Can you teach me the lame ways?
Yeah, I can teach you the lame ways. I should have chosen a more lame character, but I'll have to see what I can do. So it depends. It depends on, are we talking mentality of campiness or actually like what you're supposed to be doing on the screen?
I would say what you're doing. So I feel like I understand it, I get it, and I try really hard to like don't do anything, don't go for big moves. Like I'm winning, so don't like try and approach essentially. But I like just don't know how, I guess, to like keep them away. I end up always like losing it, or like it almost seems like maybe it is because I'm trying too hard to play a certain way that all of a sudden like my whole gameplay just goes like horrible.
Okay, so if we were to play in a, I guess, competitive setting for real, the first thing I'm going to do is go to a big stage if I have the choice. So I'm not going to go here. This was just, we know we're on random, but it is what it is. So I want to have a big stage with the intent to camp. I guess the other part of it too is make sure that I'm going to try and camp a character that can't camp me harder. Because if I try and out camp a character that's straight up faster than me, I'm probably going to lose. So I'd make sure that they're at least equal to my speed or slower than me, or don't have a projectile or have less range, or they're lighter than me, or something where it's like, okay, I can abuse the fact that even if I'm winning by a little bit, they can't just sit back and like shoot needles or laser or something and make up the deficit. So what I would try and do, I'm trying to think, I don't think realistically you could camp a character like Roy or Falcon, or I'm trying to think, you could camp like Byleth. Like Byleth is slow. You couldn't, like, you could try to camp Falco, but like if I really want to, I can just shoot you till the end of time, right? If we're really gonna do that. So it's like camping by definition is not really a thing that I would do with this character. So if you're trying to, like, let's say get your damage on and then sit over in the corner and just like shoot at them, or like let's say like do so hot backwards like this and say come and get some, like it's probably not gonna work. What I would say you want to do instead is, like I'm talked about this in the past too, is kind of camping in someone's face or camping at mid-range. So always have some stage behind you, or as much as you possibly can, so that you can throw out your nair, throw out your fair, and then you can dash away if you have to. And if someone tries to get in, you have so much range with your pin or F smash, right? You could be going for those bigger punishes, but this is going to be like an on-reaction thing. If you just go like landing nair or fair, dash back, and F smash like on a read, then you're going to be in huge trouble, and it's also very telegraphed once they know that that's what you're up to. So instead, if someone is trying to, like, let's say if I was playing as Falco and I try to jump in at you like this and you just dash out of the way, you could even go for just a forward tilt. Forward tilt would be good. You could come down with, like, let's say a turnaround neutral B and catch you with that too, or like a B reverse neutral B as well. You could also go for jumping away with back air is fine as well. Like let's say if you were to like nair or fair and jump away like this as I come in, you could try and catch me with that too. I would say the definition that we're looking for more so than camping is walling out. This is why I asked about the mentality side of things as well too, because if you're in the mentality of, oh, I'm winning and I want to just continue to push this lead, you can push the lead, I guess, indirectly by letting them make mistakes, right? Although you can obviously do damage yourself, you have combos yourself, your character has kill power, right? You don't really have to sit back too much. I'd rather sit back a little bit and let them make those big mistakes so you can get more involved with your bigger moves. Because if you're just running in because you have a lead and let's say, I don't know, you want to just take their stock versus go for the timeout or go for, I guess, like for me, it's when I think camping for time for the most part, or camping until the time is a factor. If you wanted to start practicing that even against me, I have no problem with that. I said it a million times. I've been camped for an hour by ZSSs and Sonics and Game & Watches and Steves. I have no problem getting camped. So if you wanted to do that, then yeah, we can work on that. I think the biggest part, which will be happening more so in real time, is when you are, in quotations, trying to camp and you put yourself into a corner and I approach you and I give you exactly what you wanted. how do you not have that go poorly? That's probably the biggest or most dangerous part about your character's game plans, because you don't have a get out of jail free card where you can just go like this and be super high and out of the way. So if you want to sit back, and this is why I said about the mid-range thing, sitting back should look like you're right here. Falco can do something like this and like shoot lasers, and as soon as you get close, I can either go for like a dash grab, or I can side B, right? Or I can just like jump inside B and go over here, right? I have options to just run away and not really risk my life in the process. For you, you kind of have to make a call out of some sort, right? Bait them into getting close to you, and then either going for that pin, going for like the S smash, you can angle that up. You could be going for a back air. I probably wouldn't lunge at them with like a dash attack if I don't have to, just as far as like trying to catch them. If you want to dash out of the way, even just going for a forward tilt to hit somebody, I feel like your forward tilt's something else that you haven't used too much as well. The forward tilt just to knock somebody away. At high percents, it does eventually kill, but even if you knock someone across the entire stage, you can get over here and try and get yourself a ledge trap situation, or if it happens, like let's say go high because they don't want to get ledge trapped, you can get a juggle situation. I would almost say more so than camping, you're more of a hit and run play style that you're looking for. Walling out and hit and run. Hit and run realistically being every time I make a mistake, you dash away, forward tilt, take some stage, dash away, forward tilt again, dash away, back air. Right, dash away, catch them with an F smash because they came in like this, right, and try to go for a grab. Well, they're afraid of forward tilt, so instead of getting hit by forward tilt, they just shield.
Yeah, if it's more just like when I play at my local stuff, it's always like I get the stock lead, and that's when I'm usually like, all right, I have the lead, they have the approach. That's kind of where I just like start struggling. I like almost don't know, like I like just lose how to keep them from, or I know they're approaching me, but that's usually where I lose it. It's like don't play aggressive. There's no reason for me to play aggressive. That's usually where like I just get, I guess, like lost. Like, what do I do? I
don't know if this will make sense to you, but it makes sense to me. The way I like to think about playing like a hit and run or like a camping play style is if you've ever played volleyball and someone is about to serve to you, you don't know where the serve is going to go, but if you are the person that's supposed to receive the serve, you want to put yourself in a position where anywhere on your side of the court, you can get there, versus saying, oh, I have a hard feeling, or I have a read that he's going to go like back left corner, so I'm gonna like cheat over to the left corner a little bit, and then he goes right corner, and then you completely miss.
You're screwed. Yeah.
So for me, with regards to somebody like, let's say, rushing you down or doing whatever they're doing to try and get in, wherever you are, you want to make sure that you have outlets or options to escape someone. So if it's up onto a platform, down onto or off a platform, away into a corner, it's just somewhere, versus being like, I'm already just going to stand up here, so this is now a bad spot to be because they can run underneath me and shark the platform. Or from over here, for example, like one hit and I'm off stage. So I would say make sure that you have outlets, or you're basically ready to go wherever you need to go based on whatever they do, versus saying, okay, now I'm here, I have to either go straight up or straight in. Ideally, I guess you could say if you are like dominating, then you could actually, in quotations, I wouldn't even call this camping, this would just be stage control, but you could be just playing center stage for the most part. And if things get wild, then you can retreat to the side, but instead you're trying to box them out, so they're always trying to come in from the side, versus giving the whole stage. You want to try fighting this out?
Yeah, I'm down.
All right, I'm timing you out.
Okay, okay.
Yo, the laser knockdown kind of cracked. So if the game is like this right now, neither of us really has the upper hand. And I could camp you like this if I wanted to try and get you to come in. But as you even saw in the first interaction, it kind of backfired. You got in once, and I took like just as much damage as I did. So it can be okay, but I also have to know when to switch gears a little bit. Oh, way too low. I think I'm dead. Unless, huh? But yeah, I have to be able to switch gears a little bit and say, okay, although I have a lead, I don't have a comfortable lead. Let's put it that way. Right there, you don't have to dash in at all, right? If you're trying to catch me there, I'll be throwing out a hitbox on the center stage versus trying to put yourself center stage. So it could be a pin, it could be an F smash, it could be a back air, right? Just over top of the middle of the Pokeball, basically. If that's the space that we're fighting for currently, then that's what I would try and do. So even in a situation like that, if I'm playing ultra safe like that, that's where you could also be playing even more safe. I can say with regards to going for pin, if I'm jumping as much as I am, I'd be going for back air if I were you. Pin would be more so if I'm trying to approach you on the ground. Like if I'm playing like a, I'd say Falcon to an extent, or like someone who wants to run in and go for like a dash attack, someone like that. It could be Roy, but also Roy's way to like to jump too, so it's hard to say for sure how it's like a playstyle thing for them. Oh god. But yeah, just know obviously your pin hits low, right? If you're at a full hop pin and I jumped into that, then you're kind of godlike. So right here you have a decent lead, but you don't have to do anything insane, right? Even throwing out attacks, I would not be throwing out any attacks. So if you notice right there, I just jumped, waited for you to throw out a forward tilt, and then I jumped and hit you, right? If you're the one with the upper hand, this is where you're like 70-30 movement. So you're dashing it back and forth. If you have moves that auto cancel, like you're doing a falling up air, I'd say that's probably the only move you should be going for as far as a bait, right? But running up and down tilting or forward tilting or F smashing or even going for a grab at this point, I wouldn't say it's useless, but if I'm just doing the same thing as far as not throwing anything out, I'm just moving like this. As soon as an F smash comes out, I just jump over the top like this, come down, and I go for a back air. Now you're either off stage or you're dead. All right, we'll keep going. We're definitely gonna go to time this game, but that's my own fault.
Oh, okay.
I just did it.
I can't believe I missed. That's dumb.
I'm cheating. So if I fair on your shield, I'm pretty sure you can narrow the shield and it'll hit me. If I pull it back, then obviously I'll get away. Or like you'll miss. But if I land like literally underneath you, then you should be able to narrow the shield.
Oh, not the platform. I gotcha.
If not down air even. Like the down air would have to be kind of like a read. But because that's kind of slow. But it depends on what I do. If I like fair on shield and then I immediately shield, then down is not going to work. But if I up tilt, I'm sure you could catch me first. I got lucky there. Oh. Okay. Yeah, he's out of here. Right here is basically, if this was a real game, you need an F smash right now.
You won it.
Yeah, you need an F smash basically.
There it is.
Yeah. Alright, we'll keep going. We'll try and get some reps in like this too.
Okay.
Because like, yeah, this is one of those things where I was talking about this on stream the other day about there's a very fine line between camping and also playing so safely that you're giving things up for no reason. Right? And of course the same thing with like also being aggressive or assertive and then also being reckless.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try and make a video on that eventually and try and make it like a more organized guide. Try and find some like top level examples or something, because like it's something that whether or not a lot of players they understand it on paper to say like the reason why you should or shouldn't do it, but it's so organic in a real game to like actually see, okay, this is not worth punishing, or this is worth punishing, or I gotta play a little bit closer but not too close. And what does it actually look like? Like, here's the thing, in a matchup like this, I don't really know if you want to be on a big stage, but for the sake of what we're practicing, it's just a little bit easier.
Yeah. I usually go to small stages most of the time. It's just easier for Corrin. Like, it's she's not fast, so having them on a smaller stage makes spacing easier for me. Makes them harder to get away from the F smash.
Yeah.
Makes it harder for them to run away from me if they like. It makes it easier for me to catch them. So I usually go Smashville or Small Battlefield are usually my go-to picks if I can.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like for Corrin, it's very, very specific to the matchup as to where you're gonna go on the stages, because like for some characters it doesn't matter. Like at least for me, like Pyramith is good on every stage, Cloud's basically good on every stage, Palu same thing. Like Palu's better on some stages than others, but I think to say, oh hold on, nice, hold on, nice, never mind, unless we're not done. But yeah, I feel like for Corrin it's very polarizing based on the matchup more so than the stage itself. If someone doesn't want to scrap with you, then yeah, go to a small stage for sure. I don't even know if that's true, because there's a stage like, I don't know if I'd want to fight Bowser or Wolf on a small stage either. I got that.
Up and jump.
Nair, best move.
I did it twice. I was like looking for the no mix up. It didn't work.
It's all good.